is free to play, but just how much of your time should you spend with your pony friends? Let's find out. The goal of the game is to help rebuild Ponyville after Nightmare Moon cloaks the land in darkness. You start off with Twilight Sparkle as your sole pony friend, but the game's tutorial quickly brings you up to speed on how to play. By rebuilding Ponyville, playing games, and making friends, you can restore the elements of harmony and defeat Nightmare Moon. This is where our story begins. The first thing I noticed about this game is the fact that it has an amazing level of polish. There's newly recorded voices by the show talent, meaning that Tara Strong, Nicole Oliver, Tabitha St. Germain, Andrea Limon, Ashley Ball, and more reprise their roles from the show.
I know with the help from my friends that we'll be able to stop you, Nightmare Moon.
That is, if you can ever find their precious little sun-loving faces.
Combine that with William Anderson's show score and Daniel Ingram's songs, and you've got something that feels like it was plucked right out of the show. This is extremely important, because fans are picky, and so are kids. They can tell when something isn't right, and there's very little to quibble with in this department. It also adds weight to the plot, making Nightmare Moon's hammy laughs believable, and granting Twilight's desire to help her town some weight. We've certainly gotten far worse games from the My Little Pony brand on this front, so for this they should be commended. The game is rendered in 3D, and the graphics are decent for running on a mobile system. Sometimes the pony's 3D models look a bit wonky from certain angles, but in motion it's more difficult to find poor positions, so you might not notice it all that often. The animations are very cute, and you might find yourself playing just so you can watch your own little zen garden of ponies, who like to sing and dance and have a good time. Speaking of ponies, all your favorites are here, and the depth of availability is once again striking. From fan favorites like Lyra and Bon Bon, to minor background gags like the Big Lebowski ponies, it's hard to find a pony that they didn't include in the game. And don't worry, because a certain Grey Pegasus is in the game, and if you do find her, you'll get a reward. The only real presentation flaw in the game is the use of fan-made knockoff fonts for lettering, instead of the official pony ones. If that's the worst thing I can pick out about it, I can say that overall they did a very good job at capturing the spirit of the show in the presentation. Job well done, Gameloft. Gameplay is freemium town building, akin to some of Gameloft's other products.